To be fair, I think he's been playing in moments most of the week, and he's got the moments right.
Can he get this right? Double 10.
Game shot on the
Yes, he can. He had plenty of time and plenty of space in that leg, but he manages to get it done nonetheless. 3-2 up, leg away.
He's offered an opportunity here to Will. Will he take it? No, he just gets the first start wrong. I say to a lot of players,
40.
got to make sure of that dead straight 20 first start, otherwise it's chance over.
So for the match, to put himself a game away from glory, double top is found for Kevin Bernett.
Kevin Bernett.
He was made to work hard for that one, but he is now one victory away from qualifying out of this Group A. 16 for Tops.
Game shot.
Tops has got Raman 3-0 to the good and is in cruise control of this contest.
$28. Brian requires 72.
So this for the match. So dart double 16. It's the only dart he needs to finish the job off. A comprehensive display. Down for double 2.
Game shot.
And it goes over the top. That was a really good dart from Graham Hall. He gets the double break and opens up a 3-0 advantage.
Flag, it's Graham to throw first. Game on.
One away from a comprehensive win. The match for a 4-0 win. It'll put him on a 14 points. It'll give him a bit of daylight in terms of keeping himself into Group B, but he will still be trying to chase top spot. It might be a task too far, but he's keeping Kevin Bernett on his toes.
2 inches. So it's not pivoting from the same point. It's lined up at one point and then it goes across and then releases.
Game shot on the second leg.
Well, there's no issues with that. A 160 for Alex Small. The first tub plus checkout of the day to level this contest up at one apiece. And that could just be the moment that just gives him a bit of a spark. In his opening game of the day, didn't he, against Kevin Bernett? He's not going to take us the distance again. Not quite now, anyway.
80.
To finally wrap it up, but he's got a block target here on Tops. But he manages to find a way through. He don't quite know how, but he has, and it puts him back into third position in the group. To level up at 1-1.
We have got the old side angle here.
No score.
Did you predict that? Because I didn't for once.
71.
Well, that is one of the most incredible bursts of a score that you will see. And Kevin Bernett can see the funny side of it, but he won't be laughing if Graham Hall takes out this 71. And he'll probably feel, knowing the way that his luck's gone, that he'll probably hit this Tops. And he does hit that Tops. Because how many times does that happen? A player does something like that and then the opponent mops up. Bernett will feel in reality he's got 6 and 176 to take us to a last leg decider.
100.
He's himself in 76, unless Graham Hall can win this game for 170.
Yeah, look at his face. So he looked there. He's felt a little bit hard done by. You could understand it, and he will do if this goes. Oh, hello. Big fish incoming.
Game shot.
What a way to win a game.
Graham
117 from the G-man, Graham Hall, to take that dart in his hand, and he brings it back, and it's under his chin. He's never going to release it.
Well, I suppose it's half the battle, knowing what's right for you. And obviously he knows when it's right for him to go and when he feels settled to release the dart and when he knows it's just not right. Goes for the bullseye first on the 94. And again, he knows it's not right, and so that's why he goes through that particular motion. And now looks at double 18. Credit goes where credit's due.
Pim van Bynen.
He finds the 94, he pins the double 18, and he gets the breaker Brian Raman to kick this contest off.
You're watching your mind being frazzled as we speak. In the form of Brian Raman.
No score.
Well, that's the first time we've seen any kind of outburst of emotion from Pim van Barn, and you can understand why under the circumstances. And both players here, they look as if they're in absolute Shredsville. But Brian Raman eventually holds his nerve and finds the winning double. And it's a winning double which puts him into third position in the group. It was almost a handshake of apology there for the Riddler. Double top. Well, this is brewing up to be a decent game, isn't it?
Graham Hall.
13 darts in the first leg for Will, 14 darts there for Graham, and level we are one apiece.
Yeah, pretty clever there, not leaving himself 10. Didn't do too much. Graham Hall is smashing all his equipment to pieces. There's another Robin Hood, 2 of those today.
Well, this is awkward. Double 5, probably believes he's got a different target to aim at. But he cannot find it. And so Graham Hall is back for 98 to complete a 4-1 victory. And he's going to have to go through some running repairs after the Robin Hood of his previous visit.
Yeah, because if you leave it, you tend to follow it again. It leaves a gaping great hole in the flights.
And then pins the 98 perfectly. And Graham Hall just exerts some pressure on Kevin Bernett to the top of the table. But what he has done is put himself in a great position. So this to move 3-0 to the good. Well, I'd say there's a lot in the way, but actually, he's been quite good with tops when he's had a couple of blockers. 3-0.
Yeah, he has. He's found a way, hasn't he, each time.
Gets Pim to 330.
Pushed to the brink, but now looks at double top to complete a 4-3 win. And once again, Pim van Bynen has been very resolute, but then it's been beaten in the last leg decider. Alex Small with a 4-3 victory, was 3-0 up, was taken to the wire.
Brian's won that game. He's got to go and make sure he backs that up by winning others, and so
Game shown the first leg. Kevin Bernett.
Bernett has had 3 games off, and
second leg against
Brian. I feel it was an age ago that he was up there playing.
To level the score up at 1 apiece, and that is sat beautifully. Sat beautifully for double 16.
Game shown the second leg. Brian Raman.
Well, for a leg and a half, he was showing absolutely nothing at all. And then all of a sudden, he pulls out a 1-5-2 from the fire.
Game on.
Oh, it's not going to be one of these games, is it? Where they just hit each other with counter-punch after counter-punch. It was the 1-5-2 of Brian Raman in the previous leg, and that's been trumped by the 1-5-8 there from Kev Bernett. And both players see the funny sides of it. And so Raman back now for double 8. Took him a bit of time to get over the line in his previous match against Pim van Bynen. And he's got an awkward lie there. Finds a way through. And a 4-2 win for Brian Raman against Kevin Bernett means the Riddler's in the top 3. And for Kevin Bernett, who had a 6-point cushion at the beginning of the day, can find himself in second position if after the break, Graham Hall gets the better of Alex Small. What a crazy day we have seen here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth.
Hit that, otherwise it was my old hairstyle for him. Curtains.
Game shown the third leg.
Oh, he used that guide of the first dart well, didn't he? Nestled it off the barrel, and he gets the double break. Does Alex Small. 3-0 he leads.
Game on.
Opportunity now to see off Graham Hall to 0 if he can find double 16. And he finds it. Well, that was a really good performance from Alex Small. A big win, but for Graham Hall, a big defeat because he just put himself back in the reckoning. A victory in that one would have seen him go top of the table. So this to go within one. Double 8. Now 2 4s.
Game shown the 5th leg.
And found
Raman.
rather comprehensively.
Never really gave it a chance, did he?
Game
And you
shown
never
in the
expected Brian
match.
Raman to miss double
Brian
13.
Raman.
He got off to a very quick start there, did Raman. He had a little bit of a stutter in the middle, aided and abetted by some brilliance of Will Beaton, including an 11 dart leg. Spoke about Scott. And so Bernett 3-0. We'll do the split on 10.
Game
And
shown
make
the
no
3rd
mistake
leg.
on the double 4.
Kevin
3-0 he
Bernett.
leads, double breaker throw. And now Kevin
Full
Bernett
against Kevin to
has
throw
the
first.
darts
Game
in
on.
his hand to win this Group A. Bernett to win this group. And he thinks about his options. He splits it. It's 10 for double 4.
Game
And in
shown
Group
in
A,
the
Bernett
match.
is the
Kevin
best.
Bernett.
He had a big lead going into today's play. And he needed that huge lead. He hangs on to the lead. Get the double breaker throw. Double 16's what he wants. Double
Game shown the
16's what he
3rd leg.
gets.
Graham Hall.
And Graham Hall opens up a 3-0 lead. Double top.
Game
And he only
shown
needed
in
one
the
dart, Graham
match.
Hall, to
Graham
win that
Hall.
match. He beats Brian Raman by 4 legs to 0. It means that Alex Small's got opportunity now to get the final Group B spot.
You require 102.
Every day. You'll never guess what it is.
Well,
Game shown the
something's
1st
happened
leg.
there, and that's
Alex
a ton
Small.
plus finish for Alex Small. A 102 checkout, 12 darter,
Second leg,
some
it's Alex
starts.
to throw first.
Well, this has been a demolition job. 4-0 win against Graham Hall. Followed up by a
Game shown
4-0
in
win
the
against
match.
Kevin Bernett. And we're
Alex
going to see
Small.
Alex Small tomorrow night. He's done enough to get himself into Group B at the expense of Brian Raman. And he has saved his best performance for last. An average of 103.66, 4 from 5 in his doubles. It kicked off with a 102. A
88.
couple of trophies during his time at Manchester United. In fact, he's won more trophies at Man United than Mikel Arteta's got for Arsenal. Double 10.
Game
it
shown
goes.
the 1st leg.
1-0 Beaton.
Will Beaton.
Yeah, good news for all the Bournemouth fans out there.
Second leg
Semenyo has
against
signed a
Pim
new
to
3-year
first.
extension on his
Game.
contract this morning.
He hasn't won a game today, his Pim, and you can understand the motion and the moment that he's going through at this particular moment in time. But he gets a
Game
win
shown
there,
in the
and it is a
match.
win a day
Pim
for
Van
Pim
Buylen.
Van Buylen. He gets the better of Will Beaton by 4 legs to 2. That Super Series, this is what we have seen on this Wednesday afternoon. Kevin Bernett winning Group A in the end. Alex Small and Graham Hall are both in Group B when it comes to Thursday and Friday's action. So that's how the day finished. Let's have a look at the table then. This is how it all ended up. Kevin Bernett, as you can see, winning the group in the end by just 2 points. You had to sweat it out a little bit there. Graham Hall and Alex Small, the 2 players in Group B. Brian Raman dropping into Group C. Will Beaton and Pim Van Buylen, the bottom 2 players in the